Welcome back again, everybody. Bugi is here. As always, we're gonna take a look at what's happening today in Bitcoin as well as in cryptocurrency prices. So what do we got today? It seems like the stock market wants to go down. I mean, look, guys, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Maybe me not wearing the hodl hat last night could have been the greatest signal, possibly. I don't know. Or maybe that's just a coincidence. All right, so what do we got over here? We have the dollar index to be rallying, and it is not signaling us great signals. All right, it's not the best signal out there, right? Obviously, because if you receive a dollar index move for the upside, that's literally the worst signal that you can see for a lot of other, you know, forex pairs like euro, right? Like Japanese yen or other pairs. They are losing value in terms of dollars. So that usually also signifies us that maybe we're going to see the stock market to be going down a little bit, or maybe the gold to be rolling over, or the commodities, or even Bitcoin. That is not the signal that you want to see. But look, there's good news and bad news. The bad news is that we are rallying. The good news is that we are closer to a bottom than a top. It almost looks like. Okay. So that's the good signal, because we already dropped down like 50%. Yes, we could drop another 50 over here, but that's really unlikely at this point, if you ask me. Yeah, I would say it's really unlikely. Some people say, oh my God, it's so likely, Buddha, we're going to go down to 10K. What are you talking about? I don't buy that yet, all right? And even if I do buy it, I think it doesn't really matter for anybody to argue that anything can happen in this life, you know, like anything can happen in this life. So the most important thing is how you're going to react to it and how much you are reacting to it, and what percent of, you know, what percent risk that you are taking, and like how are you behaving, how are you dollar cost averaging, and what are you exactly doing. If you don't say that, it doesn't really matter, you know. It's like you're just giving us the setups, but it's just, it can work, it cannot work. How are we going to manage the position? How are we going to keep our mental, you know, mind right and keep following the plan and all that? Those are the most important things. The rest, they're just nonsense. Showing the positions, that's nonsense, you know. The most important thing is that how much risk you're taking and how long you're going to be able to stick with that strategy with us to make some money. Because you and I both know, if you actually catch the wave in Bitcoin, get in when the prices are dropping down like crazy, like 90%, like crazy, that's when you actually make the money. You know, you buying to fear that's when you actually make the money. And right now, when we take a look at the stock market, do we see any kind of greed and fear index giving us a selling opportunity or buying opportunity? What do you think? We are at the fearful location over here. So that tells you that right now is not a bad time to slowly, gradually accumulate. So that's literally what's telling you. But look, if you take a look at this index over here, it also tells you that we went up to 61.8, now we are rolling over. So maybe we need to roll over a little bit more to around like 20 level in the stock market before we retrace for the upside. Who knows? The most important thing that I can tell you guys, I honestly think these are the time periods in Bitcoin and in cryptocurrencies in general to start accumulating, start thinking about buying, start thinking about doing the exact opposite of what the crowd has been doing, which is selling. And funding rates has been really low right now. That signifies us that we are the minority, and I want to make it that way. I want to keep it that way so that we see the prices to go up. You know, that's how you win in this game. You know, if people are not buying it, then that's when you win. If they are selling, if they are fearful, you know, if they want to do that, that's fine. The most important thing that you can do as a trader or an investor is obviously get in when nobody wants to get in. And right now is one of those time periods where we can actually take advantage from the people who are fearful and possibly making them regret their decision of selling. That's what's about to happen. You can't even see it. Why? Because the prices are dropping down. It's almost like you can't believe it. Like, there's no way, Buddha, we're going to go up to $50,000. There's literally no way. I don't buy it. You know, that may be you. That may be you out there. Because of Fed, because of everybody else around you telling you what exactly they think is going to happen. But the most important thing is not that. The most important thing is how are you reacting to the prices right now, and what indicators you are following, what setups you're following, and how are you bankroll managing. If you pay attention to the chart over here, it is the same exact story that we told about you guys over here. You're seeing the same exact thing. It's no different. Okay. This time, Is it going to be different? We're going to roll over, or is it going to turn for the upside? It doesn't matter if it rolls over or if it goes up. You got to actually estimate the chances of that happening and react to it by the time it happens. How are we going to react then, Buddha? What are you thinking? If you go down to $26,200 level, we're going to get in around 50% of our entire crypto holdings into these assets. Into the assets that can catch the NFT wave, into the assets that's going to basically decentralize a lot of different things, into the assets basically riding with Bitcoin and Ethereum and AVAX and Solana and Cardano and all these other blockchain projects out there. That is the most important thing, because you know for a fact the NFT wave is coming up. You know for a fact we have seen an incredible rally in the gaming sector, and you know for a fact that some whales are still buying, and maybe even countries in the future. And that is the most important thing that you got to understand. And also, one more thing I gotta tell you guys, I have a new video coming up about Netflix. Maybe some of you saw it, maybe some didn't. I deleted the video because the we actually uploaded like wrongly. We were supposed to upload a little bit differently, so we're gonna do that tomorrow. We're gonna do that on TikTok as well. There's a new series coming up, and I call it DJ and Bugi. And the Bugi, as you guys know, is my nickname, Bugi. Look, man, it's gonna be the greatest series out there, and I think we're gonna go fucking viral with it. I'm just gambling, right? It's just like me gambling and buying call options and losing my ass. Not really, because we are hitting it pretty fucking big, guys. It's like I'm fucking godly. I don't know why, but it's just what's happening. But look, the most important thing is that's not how you win. You know, it's like you can win in gambling if you know how to manage your bankroll, but it's the toughest fucking thing to do, and you're probably gonna lose money. And I'm gonna document those series, and let's see how much money we lose out of our 100 grand that we put into Robinhood. Let's see how much we lose. We are up around, like, I don't want to ruin it for you, but we are up around like 5K in that video. Maybe some of you see it, so let me. The title of the video is "We Make 5K in 2 hours with Netflix options." You guys remember that video? I mean, we went live in that video in that morning, and I was like 22% drop in Netflix, and you telling me I gotta sell this today? What the hell are you talking about, man? That's not what I am doing. I'm gonna buy that dip with a degenerate call option and then double in like fucking 2 hours. That's what we did, and we documented it. That was pretty fun, you know. I tell you that was really fun. And since it was like that 5K amount was like 5% of our stake, right? That's the most important thing. You know, we were to lose that 5K, so what? It's another day. We still have 95K. I mean, I'm not like, you know, crazy about it. I'm just making a video out of it. So that's how we look at the game. You know, you always got to have that B plan. You're like, you still have 95K. Is it going to really ruin your life? No, it's like you fucking chilling. You know, you don't even need that 100K. So that's how you look at it when you trade. And if you cannot do that, then you don't trade. Okay, if you do that, then you're probably gonna lose your ass, because you're gonna be like, oh my god, I need the money, I gotta make the money, and you're gonna make the entirely wrong decisions about what you are supposed to do. And the people like on the other side of the fence who doesn't give a fuck about the money and who can think rationally and who have a plan is gonna wreck your ass every single time. And that's how you win in this game. All right, that being the case, I think I wanted to talk about this. I have a long position in Bitcoin in that option, by the way. We already sold half on a double, but I'm going to show you guys that on next week's episode. Still, I ruined it for you. I'm sorry. But look, maybe I should not talk about this stuff, but we had a long position, I mean, on that option, and it's doing pretty good. We already booked a ton of profits. It's closing on Friday, but and that's going to be the second video. But I'm still long, you know. It's not like I'm still buying like 30% invested into the cryptocurrency assets, still 70% cash, but I'm gonna buy a little bit more. If you break this like 32,000 or 33,000, I'm gonna, I think, go balls deep, you know. It's like I'm gonna hit that run like just like this intro. You guys see this intro? Look at this intro over here. You see that drop? That's when we buy. When we see that drop, that's when we buy. If you see that one fucking candle like that, that's when we go in. And yeah, that's what the video symbolizes. So 26,200, 30% in right now. Let's see if they want to turn it. If they turn it, I'm fine with it too. I don't care. But if they want to rock pull everybody, then that's fine. 26,200 is going to be the location to enter. This week, I told you guys, today I was supposed to buy, as we bought it on Monday around 2%, 1% in AVAX and Ethereum that we put in. I want to put more, but I'm not doing it right now. Not this week. I want to take this week off. Not take it off, just wait, you know. That's what I mean. in terms of my accumulation portfolio, because as you guys know, last week we put in some money, and that was kind of like a big move, like around like 13% move last week alone. So we bought a lot of names, and we dollar cost average a little bit last week as we dropped like heavier. So if you do see it next week, that's what I want to save it. And as I put a lot of money last week, I only want to put 2% this week. And next week, I'm going to put probably another 2% or 3% or 5%, depending on if you do see a momentum buy setup. If you do see a momentum buy setup, I might go a little bit more heavier, a little bit more heavier on the side. As the fear greed index is going lower, maybe I think about dollar cost averaging a little bit more. As we have around 20% that we can put in until $26,200 level, I want to make sure I get as close to it as possible to get a better price average, and if you do see the momentum, I'm gonna go heavier to get my limit orders to a lot closer to the bottom, and I'm gonna probably enter at max in a week like 20%, at max in a week at 20%, and still gonna hold my at least a 30%, okay, at least a 30% until the momentum turn for the upside. So that being the case, if you drop down to $26,200 level at maximum, I'm gonna be able to get in like 20%. If you go below it, then I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna wait with that 50% and just wait for a momentum signal and put in that probably 20% in that week if you do see a momentum and another waiting period. And if you do drop down a little bit more further, then I'm gonna wait with that 30% and not gonna do anything and just relax, because that's probably the fucking bear market. And since we already doubled, like more than like fucking double, that 30% is still more than our initial capital that we started with, and that will be that will still be fine, because we still have the 30% that we can 10x 20x with in the next cycle. So it will still make our money back. That's the plan. You see how detailed it is? Like, if we follow this, there's no way we're gonna lose. We would lose it unless, if we will lose it for sure if the entire market collapses and everybody else loses. If this is a Titanic that's like going down, like there's no way out, that's when we lose it. If it is gonna turn for the upside, there's no way we're gonna lose it. That's for certain. And we're gonna survive through the entire period, and we still have a plan towards what we want to accomplish. And it's just by bankroll management and basically moving every week and just slowly, and that's what we're gonna prove over here. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash the like, subscribe, everybody. Tonight, I want to take a look at you guys' altcoins that you are interested in. As always, around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join the Discord family as well as our Twitter account, Bugi Social, Bugi social. Follow me there as well, and thank you so much. So let's take a look at the news that we have today. Mysterious Bitcoin whale surpasses big Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy after buying the dip. All right, so it seems like this guy is buying a lot more and heavier than MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy will continue to purchase Bitcoin this year, says CFO. No changes in Tesla's Bitcoin holdings in Q4 2021. And we have Reddit joining NFT party with profile picture testing. All right, that's pretty much it. I mean, NFT wave is really high, really hyped up right now. And with Twitter joining in the game and everything, NFT game seems to be pretty big. And I think a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money with NFTs at some point in the future, but I don't know when. I think only the projects that have a solid value behind their projects is going to win. I think it doesn't matter. In terms of the artistic value, it's like questionable. There's a lot of artists out there, and it depends on what they did before and everything like that. And in terms of actually making money with the NFTs, there's one possibility, which is the fact that you got to be able to basically offer some value behind it. If you don't, then that's like fucking stupid project. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash the like, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord family, as well as follow us on Twitter. I will see you guys on another video tomorrow, or tonight, sorry, around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take it easy for now, everybody.